Welcome back to another Jurassic World Evolution 3 video. Today I got a speed build for y'all guys, and today we're going to be making a dome lagoon habitat for the Dunkleosteus. The dome itself took a bit of time. It took I think it was about 10 minutes to make the dome. It was probably a bit more because I kept messing up, but anyway, if you enjoy the content, like and subscribe as it helps me a bunch, and let's get into it. See, starting off this little dome habitat at first, I was going to do a Dimetrodon swamp, but then I was like, I could definitely do something a bit more creative than just throw a dinosaur in a dome. Putting down rocks, filling in the empty spaces where the lagoon couldn't fit in perfectly. And for the rocks on the outside, I just used the biome dynamic rocks because it's for the actual ground itself. But for the rocks inside of the lagoon, I decided to use the Malta rocks as it just looks better. It gives a nice blue glow to the water. I really like it. You're probably gonna see me pause a good amount because I am unfortunately sick and I had to keep blowing my nose because I am filled with mucus and it's absolutely disgusting. Placing down rocks. You already know. I'm telling you, for some reason these rocks, they look so good in the water. They make it pop, if you know what I mean. It makes the water pop. This build overall, I think it took including the dome and the little scenery thing. By the way, the little viewing gallery thing you'll see at the top of the rocks, it's actually a workshop item. Geez, if I did make that, I'd be proud of myself. That's one of my favorite things to use from the workshop so far. It looks so cool to just put randomly in enclosures. Just scaling up the rocks, making it easier, just filling in all the space at the bottom. See, what I'm doing is I'm not gonna make it too shallow, because I found that if you make it too shallow, the marine reptiles, they like to just fly. You will get flying marine reptiles, and it just looks a little weird, especially when they're doing the social interactions. It looks weird, but it also looks really cool. So I might in the future do a build incorporating that, having floating reptiles, flying reptiles. They look cool as hell. And I need to find a way to get aviary creatures outside of their aviaries. I might need to mod the game so I can get free access to the hatcheries without having to attach them to the aviaries themselves, because I really wanted to put Kiowajaras flying around in this little mini dome, but I couldn't figure out a way to get them out of the aviary without having them break out, and then I move them. By the way, if you are planning on doing a build like this, use the free look mode camera, because if you use the standard, it's gonna keep clipping your camera to the top of the aviary and you won't be able to look inside. Trust me, it's really annoying. You don't want to deal with that. Of course, for this build I did choose Dunkleosteus to put into the enclosure at the end, because let's be real, there's a very, very limited selection of marine reptiles. But genuinely, they do need to add more lagoon creatures. They need to add more aviary creatures. But they shouldn't prioritize them, because I want to be able to have other dinosaurs that aren't and just aviaries and lagoons. You know what I mean? Because at some point that is going to get annoying having only lagoon and aviary creatures. So you get what I mean. And I'm pretty sure the roster for the flying reptiles is even worse. There's barely any. Dude, there's barely anything. I know aviary creatures. I know they got Kiowajara, and I think Geosternbergia is also new. I can't remember if it was in Jurassic World Evolution 2 or not. I really can't remember, but I think they got 2 new creatures. But lagoon creatures, they didn't get any new creatures. That sucks. We definitely could have gotten some lagoon creatures instead of getting 15 new herbivores. By the way, why did we get so many new herbivores with the new game? We in one carnivore. Come on, there's so many different dinosaurs, and they cut so many carnivores as well. The selection it feels very limited. There's so many herbivores in the game. Why do we have so many damn herbivores, bro? I feel there should be somewhat of an even balance here. I'm trying to remember all of the new herbivores we got in this new game. I know we got Lokiceratops, Ornithomimus, Psittacosaurus, Protoceratops, and Patagotitan. Bro, that's 5 herbivores, bro. With the one Guanlong. Like, are we serious, bro? Like, Guanlong's my goat. Guanlong's the goat. Guanlong's a goat. I love Guanlong. But one carnivore? You're joking, right? And the fact they cut so many of the carnivores and only added one is a very questionable choice. Like, they cut Monolophosaurus. I know barely anybody used it, but I liked using it. I loved Monolophosaurus. It was cool as fuck. I liked this design. It was like a Protoceratops, but way better. You know what I mean? Wait, no. Proceratosaurus, not Protoceratops. I got the two mixed up. Because this game, the game's goated. I can't even lie, the game's goated. It's literally everything I wanted with Planet Zoo. Well, almost. Planet Zoo does have like a lot of more functions, but with Planet Zoo, all I ever wanted was a dinosaur version of Planet Zoo because it was so good. I was like, dang, I have all of this customization. I want to do dinosaurs. And I would have to do mods, and it'd still look cool as fuck. But, listen. The modular system, amazing. The new building, great. Everything about this game is good, but I can't even lie. When it comes to the roster, they low-key dropped the ball. They dropped it, but they picked it up. They dropped it, but they picked it up. They low-key dropped it, but they picked it up. Because they kept all of the canon dinosaurs, of course, because they're actually in Jurassic World. Cut a lot of the Frontier original dinosaurs, but they definitely could have kept them. And I know they didn't do it because they would have had to add male variations, female variations, babies, animations for the babies and the adults, animations with the babies and the babies. That's a whole lot of, it sounds like a lot because guess what, it is. But still, like, come on. My goat Monolophosaurus, come on. Do I have a small obsession with Monolophosaurus? Maybe. Slight chance. Maybe. And I love how in this new game, the building constraints, they're there, but they're not a genuine nuisance. I remember in the first game, bro, your builds would have to look perfect to a T. Everything looked too uniform. There was no room for imperfections, and in my opinion, imperfections is what makes us all amazing. Imperfections is what makes us perfect. I see the perfections in imperfections. Which is especially why when it comes to the new building system, I don't use it much on buildings. I use it more for naturalistic builds. Because I really do not like the way that builds that are like completely perfect look. I like things that look imperfect. I like having builds that are naturalistic and imperfect and have hella imperfections. Like the rocks. I love the rocks. And I'm happy they made it so we can do both. You can both have the most perfect build in the world and have also the most flawed creation that man has ever seen. And guess what? Both are going to look good because this game looks amazing. The graphics are great. The performance is amazing. I absolutely love it. But I'm telling you, we need those marine reptiles. We need more of them because it feels like we are very limited with how many we have right now. Like, there's barely any. Elasmosaurus and Plesiosaurus are damn near the same. I think Elasmosaurus is the one because I barely use the marine reptiles because, like, most of them are just, like, blah. You know what I mean? Besides, like, Mosasaurus sometimes. Listen. Hot take incoming, cortisol spike incoming. Listen. Mosasaurus is good, but it's not the greatest, alright? It's not the greatest. Megalodon's definitely up there. Megalodon is definitely up there. But also, in my opinion, not the greatest. I'm telling you, for me personally, it's Dunkleosteus. Dunkleosteus is like the GOAT of marine reptiles, in my opinion. Like, you can't go wrong with a Dunkleosteus. The armored face, the skin over the armored face, it looks so defined. It's weirdly shaped mouth and weirdly shaped teeth that look like fucking nutcrackers. I love it. Plesiosaurus is cool as well, but like, it's like a swimming brachiosaurus. Like a tiny swimming brachiosaurus. It's kind of funny actually. And I'm not gonna lie, why did they cut so many marine reptiles? I can see why they cut Nothosaurus and Archelon actually, because they're probably, if they don't come back, I'm gonna be so sad, because that means we would have lost the opportunity to have a actual exhibit animal Archelon that could walk around on the ground. And the Nothosaurus, bro, that'd be so goddamn cool. So if they do fully get rid of those, I'm gonna be so sad. But besides those two, I don't see any reason why they should have cut any other marine reptile. Like, in reality, we really needed those. We needed that in the roster, considering that there's literally none. As well as the aviary creatures. I mean, there wasn't really that many to begin with in reality, but still, you know what I mean? Like, we already have, like, basically none in the game. So, like, removing them is basically just, like, a nail in the coffin, like, a super big fuck you to, like, the people who are really here for the marine reptiles and flying reptiles. But, of course, we can't have everything we want. And that's okay, you know, that's alright. And this is gonna be the end of my yap session. So, hope you enjoyed.